Prayer of Amun, Namaza Shalil Amun-Rayay. This is authored by Pa Nabab Yanun himself. Nakuksa Dubbe Amun-Rayay. I trust by way of Amun-Rayay, Wu Nabab Hu, and his master teachers, Wu Medayat and his paparai, Wu Munzer Hu Li Panan Zaman Wu Wakat, and his warner for this day and time, Pa Nabab Yanun, the master Yanun. Khalil Hamada at Athir Li Amun-Rayay. All praises are for Amun-Rayay. Nathar Salil Papatadwu Pataha, overseer of the heaven and the earth. Anuki Nuwapu, I am Nuwapian.
Right, thank you. All right, who has that first spiritual experience you'd like to share with us?
I have a question about a spiritual experience.
About physics?
About a spiritual experience.
Very good.
It's like an OBC. All right, so sometimes when I'm going through the spirit course, I see a whole bunch of stars, a cluster of stars.
Yeah, go ahead. You see
so
a cluster.
I know that. Yeah, see, when I come out the course, I see a whole bunch of stars. So I know you say, the new dimension, dimensional shift, like, we don't see many stars, but when I have an OBE, when I come out the cord, I see all these stars, like
millions. Yeah, slow down, darling, a little bit. Slow down and be clear.
Okay, so.
Because your words are kind of running together. I hear stars, that's all.
Okay, so, hold on, let me do it this way. All right, so when I'm having an OBE and I go through the etheric cord, when I get to the end, when I'm about to leave it, go out, I see a whole bunch of stars, like thousands and millions of stars. So I'm trying to equate that to, like, I know you said with the dimensional shift, like, you may not see as many stars, or I'm trying to see why I see so many stars when I come out my spirit cord.
Well, because when you're in the spirit, you're in the new heaven and the new earth, sister.
Okay.
You follow me? The spiritual realm is at the fifth plane to begin with. Fifth, sixth, seventh, eighth, and up. You see, but here, all the energy is vibrating on another frequency. So all matter is shifting to the higher planes now. That's why when you go to the supermarket, you're missing a lot of products. That's why, just maybe 20 years ago, you used to look at the sky, and you had 4,500 visible stars in the southern hemisphere, and 4,500 stars visible in the northern hemisphere. Without optics, you can see that many stars. But now when you go out on the night, you can almost count all the stars on two hands. Have you noticed that?
Yes.
Right.
This call is being recorded.
Because all of the matter and energy, dark matter is leaving here. Where energy flows, where attention goes, right?
Right.
So everything's going to reestablish the higher planes, including the brother in Louisiana. Are you here?
Yes, I'm here. This is time.
Okay. Have you noticed this? You don't see all those little children out there anymore. Even they used to come home on the school buses and be outside making all that noise and walking to the store with their sweaters around their waist and playing tag and running back and forth eating snacks and skateboarding and this, that, and the other. Even in the summer, you don't see them in crowds like you used to see them before.
No, they be on the computers and inside the house and playing video games. They don't get out like that.
No, that's what you think. They're not on computers. They're just not here. You follow me? They're not here. And you're driving down the streets. Okay, you're driving down the street and you're starting to see a lot of vacant houses, a lot of chained up buildings and businesses, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Where are all those people at? They didn't die in COVID.
So they already made the shift?
That's what they made in the shift. That's right, they're making the shift.
Okay.
Right. And you got a lot of species, new species coming in, and old species disappearing. Now, white people are aware of these things, but they don't want to tell you anymore. They want to tell you the reality of extraterrestrials because they don't want to. There was an experiment in the 30s when that guy was talking about attack from Suttersville of the Martians, and they took the pulse of the nation, and people were really panicking, right? Orson Welles did that broadcast. I know you all don't remember that, but did you hear about it? War of the Worlds.
Yes.
Right.
Sure.
Well, they saw that the way the public would react to that, they were terrified, right?
Right.
And that's why they decided to, at Roswell, at the last minute, tell them it was weather balloons rather than tell them the truth. They printed in the paper that was an extraterrestrial craft that crashed. And there was another craft that crashed about 3 days before that, maybe 150 miles away. But they didn't tell you all that. And Project Blue Book was a farce. They weren't trying to give no information to the American public. You follow me? And the primary reason for that is not just because they didn't want to panic the public, but they spent 6,000 years convincing people that they are the gods and that they're the big boss, they run everything. So just think what kind of a shift in opinion you would have with the population if people were cognizant of the fact that there were extraterrestrial beings out there that were superior to everybody on Earth. You follow me?
Sure.
The white man would lose his status overnight.
That's right.
That's right. So they're trying to keep us hidden. And I say us because I'm not a resident, I'm a visitor as well. Unless you thought that a regular guy is moving stars and healing AIDS and cancer. You follow me? So we're all here in time for this dimensional shift. And as I said before, all of you that are really seriously with me, you are of the 144,000, right? That's why they refer to you all as the RE. They prefix it with RE, or the reawakening of the elite few, because you were all previously woke, but you've fallen asleep. And I'm just trying to remind you which you already knew and have forgotten by time. Remember I told you that the Most High, in his divine plan, sent 124,000 prophets, 315 apostles, 113 messiahs, and one Mahdi. And there are roughly 19,000 more new souls incarnating for the first time that are also star people. So if you do the math, that rounds off to about 144,000. Are you following me? So all of you are those Moses and Jesus and all those people, Miriam and Fatima. You follow me, Esther? All of you are back again. There are planes of dimension that you can't see that exist. And you visit that world every night when you go to sleep, in a dream state, for example. That's the spiritual realm. Now, how do you find that? Okay, if you take, when you were little boys, we used to spin tops. Some of you all remember that, right? Yeah, you do.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, if you can imagine spinning the top, and it mounts up in speed, it starts going faster. Instead of slowing down, it starts going faster and faster. The first thing it's going to do is take on a dull hum. Woo, 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 right? Yeah. And if you keep raising up the rotation of it faster and faster, then it's going to let out a high-pitched frequency, right? And the faster it goes, it's going to start heating up. And then what it's going to do is you're not going to be able to hear the sound anymore. That was going to be the first thing that you don't hear. And then it's going to start, when it goes faster and faster, it's going to start giving off a dull glow, a colored glow, right? And you can see the color of it, spinning faster and faster until it turns violet, and that'll be the last visible color in the spectrum. then it'll completely disappear. You won't see it or hear it anymore because it's vibrating so fast. It's actually mounted up and it went to higher planes. It's not that it's not existent. In the same way that you take water at room temperature and it's affected by gravity, it's a liquid. But if you pour it on the floor, it'll drop down. But again, if you put it in the freezer in a container and slow the vibrations down, it'll solidify or crystallize into a solid like teeth and bones. You call it ice. But if you take that ice and put it on a pot on a high fire, it's going to convert back into a liquid again. And then if you leave it on the fire, it's going to start vibrating faster and faster. And, it's going to start rolling. You can look in the pot and you see it's vibrating fast. It's rolling faster and faster like that spinning top. And as it vibrates faster and faster because of the heat, it's going to start converting from liquid into a spirit. You call it steam. And it's no longer affected by gravity. It doesn't fall to the floor. It raises up. You follow me? It starts making an ascension. And if you leave it on the high fire long enough, it'll get so hot that even the steam or the spirit will raise up and turn into ether. And then when I ask you, when the pot's empty, you say there's nothing in here. There's no water, steam, or ice. It's nothing. But remember, you can't get nothing from something. It's only energy in transit. So in order to bring it back, you just turn the fire off and let the kitchen cool and condensate, and you'll be able to see little moisture droplets all over the floors and ceiling and walls. Stop me if I'm losing you. That you could conceivably collect all those dewdrops from off the floors and ceilings and walls and put that back in the freezer. You can slow the vibrations down again until you turn it back into liquid and then eventually back into a solid form like teeth or bones. You call it ice again. Are you following me? And this is how angels ascend and descend up and down Jacob's ladder. Jacob's ladder is your spinal column. You remember he had the dream where he saw the angels ascending and descending up. We are climbing Jacob's ladder, way up high, right? Well, in order to see that, he had a dream, so his eyes were closed, so he was seeing that inside of himself. Are you following me?
Sure.
And this doctrine, this information that's coming through me, is that heat that'll make your ascension. For those of you, how many of you have seen the last picture in the Holy Tablets before?
I have.
Can somebody describe it? You see me,
Muhammad in the middle.
There's a
You see me?
You and the other elders.
but the point is, you see Muhammad. Let me explain. You see Mustafa Muhammad Al-Amin and Ahmed standing in the middle, and Muhammad is the greatest Ra, right? So there's a vortex coming out of his head, going up to the Crystal City, and it's got angels around it. And up that vortex, you see all of you dressed in white as the 144,000 being led by Sananda, Jesus, up that tube. You follow me? So what that's saying to you is one picture's worth 1,000 words. When you look at that, the implication is that you all are not going up through my head in a vortex, but the information that's coming through my head is what's raising you up and waking you up consciously so you can make your ascension.
That's right.
Are you with me?
I'm with you. Yeah.
Right. There are a lot of misconceptions here on this earth plane. For example, when you look at it, what colors, when you see a red car, you think that car is red, right? Not so.
Right.
No. Because whatever color you see, whatever color you see in an object is exactly what color it's not. That's the only color that's being reflected that it won't absorb. The material won't absorb it. It won't, see if it's a red car, then the material that the car is made out of won't absorb asphalt, or not asphalt, but it won't absorb red, so it reflects it back. It's exactly whatever color the car is. It's not red. Right. Yeah. Surprise, surprise. Another thing, if you look in the corner of your room and you see a vertical line, anywhere you see a vertical line, you can put one hand over one of your eyes and look at that vertical line. Then open up the other eye and cover up the one that you were looking through, and keep going back and forth real fast. And what you're going to find out is that you have a stronger eye. One eye has a stronger muscle matrix. Whichever eye that the line is moving on, that's your weak eye. But whichever eye the vertical line is being stationary, that's your strongest eye.
Ooh.
I also know how to read palms, look in your hand, and tell you how much monkey you got exactly. But I don't want to. That's offensive to people. Yeah, they don't like that, you know. But that other plane I'm talking about is just like I said. If there's a little girl and she has a bike, turns it upside down, and she starts pedaling. Well, you can see the spokes. But if she starts pedaling faster and faster, pretty soon the wheel will take on a little hum. It'll start humming, right? Like the top. And pretty soon, if she keeps going faster and faster, it's like the spokes disappear, right? Mm-hmm. Now, I wouldn't suggest you stick your finger in there, but it's like a fan. It looks like you can see when the fan is, you can see, you can look right through the fan, right?
Right.
But the blades are oscillating, RPMs are so fast that, you know, and what happens with the bike is you can't stick a stick through the wheel when it's invisible at all. Because it's rotating so fast, the spokes appear to be in every place at the same time to create like a wall. But it's still mounting up. She can't pedal fast enough to make it completely disappear. You follow me? But she can pedal fast enough to make it hum, and then it's invisible to your eyes. But she can't pedal fast enough to make it start warming up and start lighting up like a star. If she could, it would disappear in front of your eyes and turn to a star. And then flash out, and then you would know it's on the next plane. And that's what's happening to these people, especially the children, right? Because they're innocent, and they haven't been tainted by being prostrated by the devil's touch yet. You follow me? You always knew that children were considered innocent, right?
Sure. Yeah.
So they'll be the first to go. That's why you don't see the children anymore. Watch the movie Left Behind. They made about 4 of them already. Now you'd ask yourself why they're so fascinated and obsessed with the movie Left Behind. They're trying to communicate something to somebody, and I know it's not you. They're trying to inform the rest of the white people what's happening. Just like with the Mandela effect, right?
That's right.
Nothing is the same. Now, Danny, are you here in Canada?
Yeah, I'm here, sir.
Okay. Have you done any research on the Mandela effect yet?
Yeah, I have. I'm aware of what it is.
Maybe you could share some of that with us. I also want to let you know that we finished up your healing package too. And what do you want to say?
Okay, yeah, I'm gonna send you. I'm gonna stop after work and send you the money for it.
Okay, and then
tomorrow.
All right, and I want you to call me for instructions so I can walk you through it. And I want to tip my celestial hat to you again for your Your service and your donations to help the mission is very much needed. You know, you're a divine being for that, okay? And you too as well, Aaron. Are you here in Chicago?
Yeah, I'm here.
Bless your soul. I want to tip my solicitor out to you too. And you did get your package, right?
Yep, I got it.
Okay.
So you talk about the Reiki mushroom, right?
Yeah, that was just something I sent you extra because I wanted you. You know, when you all first incarnated on Earth, right? You were angelic beings, just like you are right now when you're first born. In other words, they say that it's a 9-month gestation period, but it's actually 12 months because your mother and father, you're placed inside of your mother and father in the spirit form 3 months before they come together in the conjugal sense sexually, right? And the second trimester, you're a zygote. And if you look at it, it's a reptile with a tail like an alligator and claws. And in the third trimester, which they call the second, you're a Romardian or a gray. You have that real big head and black eyes, right?
Yeah.
And the tail is gone.
Right.
And in the final fourth trimester, what they call the third, you're a Homo sapien or human being, which is a hybrid between a reptile and a gray. And you still have the gray inside of you and the reptile. The gray is inside of you. When you take a bath, when you were a child, you stayed in the water so long that you had those wrinkles in your toes and fingers. Yeah, what that is that when you were in the water as a water being, it gave you ballast like a submarine. When you were ready to float, you made that oxygen go inside those wrinkles, and you would float like doing a dead man float. Right now, you can lay on your back and relax in the water, and you can't sink. Right? And when you used to keep a Band-Aid on so long, when you took it off, what color was your skin under the Band-Aid?
Gray.
Gray, right? Right. That was the gray. And the reptile is evidenced by many of you all have what you call dandruff. So when you scratch it, that's tiny scales. That used to be scales, that dandruff is. Look at it. Yeah, and then indentions inside of your skin. That used to be scales, but it's soft now. And some of you have webbed fingers and feet. You notice that?
Ooh.
Right. That's a reptile. And some people that are very thin have those knots along their spine, up and down their spinal column, right? Because as a reptile, you used to have a dorsal fin that used to stick up like a sail, so that when you wanted to gather heat from the sun, you would pull that sail up and collect the heat from the sun like a solar panel, right? And, you know, like I said, women have, remember that joke, the blind man passing by the fish market? And he said, "Good evening, ladies," right? Because women have that smell like a fish, right? And we know that, yeah, when a man ejaculates sperm, that's really semen, isn't it? That's two words. That's semen, SEA-MEN, semen. Are you following me? And my water broke.
Okay.
That's like a marina. A marina is water, amniotic fluid. And your navel, umbilical cord is the navel, that implies like a ship or naval, right? Naval vessels. Right? You understand?
That's right.
So, and some people have those flat heads in the back. That's from the snake, from the reptile. Some people have those real puffy fingers. Remember those people? With the puffy fingertips? Right? That's that reptile. And the people with zero body fat, I'm not trying to get too close, but you hear what I'm saying? I'm just trying to bring something to you all's attention, right?
Sure.
Zero body fat reptile. Yeah, they just don't hold body fat. Right. You know, and they have a tendency a lot of times to like raw eggs. Remember a lot of times them old men used to crack and drink a raw egg? Now think about it.
Sure.
What animal likes to eat rob nests and eat eggs a lot?
Snake.
A snake. That's right. Yeah. All kind of snakes like eggs. The highest amount of protein. Right. But what's happening is that you all are reversing the process now, as it was in the beginning, so shall it be in the end. But when you came here, when you were first born, after the 12 months, and they know you have a 12-month gestation, otherwise explain to me why is your birthday every 12 months instead of every 9 months? Don't they know, oh Danny? They're not telling you why they stick the extra 3 months on, right?
Okay.
No, they're not.
But it's there. But they try to ignore the spiritual world. You follow me?
Yep.
They don't want you thinking about the spiritual realm. Because they're not really soulful. They're 100% committed to the physical realm. And it's the only place that they have power. That's why I need you all to ascend quickly so we can meet them on the battlefield of the soul. Okay. You're not ever going to win a war against the devil by throwing bricks and rocks at tanks. This is his realm. He'll slaughter you. But you have to meet him on the battlefield of the soul. In the spiritual realm. He's either weak or totally non-existent there. You follow me?
Sure.
Right. Now, oh Danny, what can you tell us about the Mandela effect?
Hold on, give me a second.
I can tell you about the Mandela effect. The Mandela effect is something that happened like the Flintstones in the Jetsons. When we looked at that, the Flintstones in the Jetsons, the Mandela effect.
Wait a minute, son. It's not that. How it originated is that Nelson Mandela was an attorney in South Africa, and he was fighting for civil rights. And the South Africans were in power at that time, which were the Africans, or the white people that migrated from Europe to rule. And so they locked him up on Robbins Island in penitentiary. And what happened is after he was there for many years, Nelson Mandela passed away. He died in penitentiary. And many dignitaries like Hillary Clinton, a lot of them went to his funeral, and it was photographed and posted in newspapers and magazines all around the world, his death. But then what happened is that because the dimensions shifted, Nelson Mandela actually, in another reality, he lived and was freed from Robbins Island, from penitentiary, and actually became president of South Africa, replacing de Klerk. Do you understand? So what's happening is that the world is splitting. There's two heavens, there's a new heaven and a new earth. You follow me? But there's also one where things are passing away, like Nelson Mandela. Right? And there's
like two realities that you mentioned.
Exactly, simultaneously. For example,
Vesica Pisces taking place.
Vesica Pisces, exactly right. Exactly right. Oh, Danny, that's right.
Yeah.
And just like Jiffy peanut butter, it used to be Jiffy, now it's only Jif over here. And the King James Bible, you can look this up on Google. It's now Prince James. Type in Google the Prince James Bible, it'll come up. And you know that I've shown you all hundreds, if not thousands of... Star 6 your phone. I've shown you all hundreds of Bible changes. Anybody here want to get proof of it. It's not the same Bible that your grandmother had. It's not the same Bible that you had. In other words, if you had a Bible over 30 years, please *6 your phones. That same Bible is not the same Bible that you had 30 years ago. The Lord's Prayer is different. Everything is different in that Bible. But you just thought it was the same. You just imagined it and you didn't double check it.
Ooh.
Would somebody look up some of the Mandela effects and start naming them all for us? Please. It's important for new people to know these things. They need solid evidence. For example, President Kennedy was assassinated in a four-door Lincoln. It had 2 seats. But in the museum, in the Kennedy Museum, they have a 3-seater Lincoln there because there were 6 occupants in that car. The driver and the bodyguard, and then in the middle seat you had the governor of a well-known state and another politician, and in the back seat you had Jackie Onassis and Kennedy. Problem with that is that Lincoln never made a 3-seater. Never. So where'd that come from? And there were only 4 passengers in that convertible. But those are 2 different realities that exist simultaneously. They've been trying to erase these Mandela effects. And like I told you, there's another thing a lot of people didn't notice, but the snow is artificial now. It's like styrofoam. You can burn it, but it won't melt.
I stay in North Carolina, and I can take pictures and send it. There's still snow here. It's snow.
What you need to do, Hanif, you need to get the snow and make a snowball and take a big lighter and try to burn it. It'll turn black, but it won't melt.
Yep, sure will.
The sun has been out. The sun has been out, and it's still remnants of snow here.
It won't melt. Right. It clings to the roofs. It's not snow. It's artificial snow.
But
right?
my mate said that it came from the sky. My question is, from way earlier time, when we talked about time and then we got to the Mandela effect, how do we interact with this time that we in?
Well, time itself is an illusion. For example, you have 60 minutes on the clock, right? But you have 60 seconds in every minute. So a clock used to go tick-tock, tick-tock. So you had 60 ticks on the clock. But you had 60 tocks, which was the space in between the ticks. That was the tock. That was the counter-etheric world that lied directly adjacent to this one, the realm of the angels, the realm you couldn't see. And in music, you have a rest and a beat, a rest and a beat. You heard the music on the beat, but the rest was silent. Are you following me? Let me say it again. Watches used to go tick-tock, tick-tock. The tick was the 60 minutes, and the 60 seconds was calibrated by the tock. That's why the devil got so slick. A lot of you don't even know how yet, but they somehow managed to slip into your homes and your grandmother's house and take all the tick and tock out of all the clocks and watches. Now they're all silent. When did that happen? Now tell me the devil is not slick.
Ooh.
How did that rascal do that? When did it happen? They all went silent because he don't want you to think about time anymore, because time is speeding up, and his time is up and ended in the year 2000. The devil is terrified. He only has 6,000 years and his time is up.
Ooh, Amun.
Yes.
It's this Qatar.
Yes, Rahul, son. How are you?
Well, bad. I'm well. I'm well. I wanted to share a version of the Mandela story that a good friend of mine from Zimbabwe told me that I never heard before.
Thank you.
Yeah, so I have a friend from Zimbabwe. She's very educated and spiritual, and I helped her open her third eye and everything. And what she was saying is the story that they were told over there is that Mandela went to prison and he was killed in prison, and they replaced him with a clone or a lookalike or a plant, a CIA plant. And then the wife, Winnie Mandela, said this is not her Nelson, because he couldn't even speak the tribal tongue properly, right? So then that's when they got divorced, and he married the ex-wife of the Mozambican president who had got killed, and she was a known CIA plant.
Okay, and that's a good explanation. And that's a good explanation, but it was actually, he did die in penitentiary. Because the reason I'm saying, because I saw some of the photos with dignitaries around his coffin. You follow me? So
yeah, exactly. So that's why I said it makes sense when she said he was killed in prison. That sounds like something they would do.
Well, I believe that.
Sounds like something they would do.
But how do they explain the fact that he was released from penitentiary and became president of South Africa? Unless there's two realities.
They're saying.
Okay, I see what you're saying, son. Okay.
They're saying it was a plant. That's the version she told me. I just wanted to share it because I never heard that version before.
Yeah, that's just a version. Yeah. That was the same Mandela, because there are people that died that are alive on this side. Muhammad Ali is one of them. You'll find that in the Mandela effect, that he's alive. People have seen him. All these stories about we saw Elvis at the gas station, all of them are not lies. They really saw those people.
Well, I have to interject something. Wendy, when Mandela came home, it all makes sense now. When Mandela came home, if he really came home, and if he came home and he became president, how did Wendy be able to do that? It never happened.
Okay, it might be better if you kind of listen, son, and you learn. Oh, Danny, did you find some of those Mandela effects that you could share with us?
Why none of his kids or nobody else came forward?
Wait a minute, Andy, please. We don't want to confuse people. I'm trying to straighten it out, not confuse it. Oh, Danny, are you here? Okay.
Yeah, I'm here. I'm here.
Did you find some of those Mandela effects?
Yeah, I'm about to read some. Give me 2 minutes. I'm just putting my son down quickly.
Okay, very good. Tell your son I love him.
I got you, Danny. I got you.
I will.
Here's some that I found. So, Lucy, you got some splaining to do. They thought that he said that, but now it's explain that if you can. And Lucy explained. Cruella DeVille.
Now, wait a minute, son. I do remember that. Lucy, you got some explaining to do. I'm 70, almost 75 years old. Ricardo used to say, Lucy, you got some explaining to do. And now, and then also, I'll tell you that, who was that guy with the sweater on the child show? It's a beautiful day in the neighborhood.
Mr. Rogers.
Now he says, it's a beautiful day in this neighborhood. Right? And Sex in the City is now Sex and the City.
And the City.
That makes no sense. How's the city having sex with itself?
Right.
Mirror, mirror on the wall.
Nobody does it like Sarah Lee. You remember that commercial?
Yeah. Right.
Now it's nobody doesn't like. Now it's nobody doesn't like Sarah Lee. It makes no sense. You follow me?
Do I?
So in this world, this new world, things have changed from the old world. Another one is popular is Mirror, Mirror on the Wall. Over here, it's Magic Mirror on the Wall. And people are trying to explain this away with a simple loss of memory or confusion. Because they look around, they see something completely different, but everybody else is acting normal, so they accept it too. They just go with the flow. Oscar Mayer Wiener, right? That's another one. Now it's Oscar Mayer. It's Oscar Mayer, not Oscar Mayer anymore.
Right.
Say it again.
Yeah, they're saying the Monopoly man doesn't have the monocle anymore.
But I remember Monopoly when it came out, and he had a monocle, one eyeglass in his eye. But now in this reality, he doesn't have a monocle. Now I know this sounds different for the new people here, and they're kind of confused, and they might think that we're confused, but we're not. For example, before the dimensional shift, nobody could move stars in the moon. You follow me? But over here in the new heaven and new earth, it's possible. And we do it. Tell them what you just told us.
We sure do.
This is Anuka. I was saying that I just moved some stars around 7:30 this evening when I went upstairs. I just moved the star in all directions. Like
that's right. But not very long ago, people couldn't do that. Turn your thing. Turn that. All right. Okay. You got some more, Walt, for us?
Yeah, Cruella DeVille. People remember her name being spelled like DeVille, like Sedan DeVille in Cadillac, but now it's spelled D as in dog, E-V-I-L, like devil.
Wow. Give me
the Mona Lisa smile. That's another one.
Go ahead.
The Fruit of the Loom logo. That's another one.
Don't have the Fruit of the Loom logo. Doesn't have the cornucopia on it anymore. In other words, when I was coming up, when I was a little boy, it had that basket of fruit. Remember, Fruit of the Loom did, but it don't have it no more.
Tua.
Now these are things you can check yourself. Don't believe us. Check it out.
The Jetsons.
Annie, I don't think you know what we're talking about, really. So don't confuse people, son. I love you. Just listen.
Oh, I've been embracing all this, and I think everybody here.
Son, please, just listen. Annie, just listen. You're confused. Trust me. You follow me? And you're confusing others. There are new people here, and I don't want to start them off like that, okay? Because I'm giving people facts that they can confirm, they can check them out and prove it. In fact, if you all get your King James Bible, I'll prove to you that it's not the same book anymore. Now, the brother in Georgia, the new brother, do you have a King James Bible? Are you here, brother in Georgia? You see what I mean? When you confuse people, they start leaving, Hanif, you understand? Please don't interrupt while people are trying to really teach what they know. Because you confuse people. All I need is the paper, the Bible papers. Not right now. The brother in Georgia, did you leave? You see, he probably thought we went crazy or something. You understand that?
Yeah.
I'm serious.
Wow. Yeah. What I was going to say is, shoot, you don't think it happened, and you don't want to listen to none of that stuff here. All you got to do is just look up in the sky.
That's right.
That many star constellation. Not like when we were growing up, and it seemed like it was a million stars in the sky.
Look, I was on Telegram, and them Sabians, them niggas done come up with a whole nother philosophy, whole new books. And everything's not even authored by Planet Babylon. Them niggas done went completely crazy. They done jumped the whole track. They're completely
They're trying
lost.
to keep up with you. Amun?
Yeah.
They just trying to keep up with you, that's all.
Well, they can't keep up with me. I was sent.
I know.
That's right.
What they're doing is running themselves in the ground.
1,000 pardons for me saying anything, but I can remember.
No, wait a minute, son.
being
Please,
on Lake
just be
Charles.
quiet. Hanif, if you listen, you do everybody a blessing, including yourself. Seriously.
I remember looking at planets at the lake
son,
in New
please
Orleans,
be quiet.
Louisiana.
Hanif, just listen. All right? Or Danny, do you have any more? Or Walt, do you have any more Mandela effects? See, what you could have been doing, Hanif, is looking up the Mandela effect.
I got
Instead of trying to talk off your head, off the top of your head, just please, people researching things and they're looking it up.
Yeah, there's the Star Wars. That's like the big one right there. Star Wars. Luke, I am your father. Now he says, I am your father. Then there's
That's right. He used to say, Luke. Yeah, that's right.
Then there's C-3PO, where we remember him as it's all gold, but now he has a silver leg on his right leg below the knee.
Yes.
Yeah, that's right. That's right.
That's right. Oh, Danny, you have more? It's millions of them.
They got the Berenstein Bears. They changed the name to that as well.
The Berenstein?
Berenstein.
Oh, Berenstein Bears. That what you talking about, the Berenstein Bears?
Yeah.
Right. Sky, what happened to Jasmine? Why is she missing in action lately?
I just text her. I guess she's on the road.
Yeah, that's really unfortunate for somebody new like that to be missing these classes. She needs to be informed of these things. All right, who has that next question?
I got a few Mandela effects as well.
Very, very good. Let's hear him, please.
Yeah, I saw one that said Marilyn Monroe, she used to have a mark on the cheek. It's on the cheek now instead of above the lip.
Very good.
Yeah, I remember that one too.
I remember that she had a mole. She had a mole on her upper lip, but it's on her cheek now.
Yeah.
Right, and they used to have push pops, but they're now push ups.
Right.
Push up.
Now the thing about Marilyn Monroe is interesting. If they have pictures of her, she's one of the most photographed people in the world. So she's dead and have been dead for a lot of years. So wherever her mole was, they can't change that. She's dead. Do you understand?
That's right.
And why would they change it? Why would they make Jiffy Peanut Butter, an international brand, change it to Jif? Or a couple of 100 years old fairy tale like Mirror, Mirror on the Wall, Alice in Wonderland, why would they make that magic mirror on the wall all of a sudden?
Right.
They wouldn't.
What about Cinderella, too?
What about Cinderella?
She had a sister named Grisella, or Griselda, and now it's Griselda.
Right.
The other way around.
I didn't know that. Thank you. Thank you. And you see, Hanif, these are things that you can look up on the computer and confirm. Like, what you need to do is Google.
I'm working.
What?
I'm working. I'm looking up. I'm listening to y'all.
Yeah, look up magic mirror on Mandela effects, magic mirror on the wall.
One more.
Instead of mirror, mirror on the wall.
They have Curious George. He had a tail, but now he doesn't.
Right. That's right. He doesn't have.
Yeah, I was just looking at that one.
And Pikachu tail used to be black. The Pokemon, it used to have a black tip. Now it's all yellow.
That's right.
Yeah, that's right.
The dimensions are definitely shifting. This is not the same world, not the same Bible, not the same reality, not the same sky, not the same stars, and you all are not the same people.
Ooh.
Isn't that something?
Yeah, I do feel different.
When the shift happened, all of you, in essence, died. Now, I know that sounds extreme, but did you know that every time you sneeze, you actually die? Your heart stops for an instant?
It does. Yeah, you're right.
Sure.
Death is not as big as they try to make you think. The white man wants you afraid of death because they can control you with that fear.
Ooh.
And that's why one of my jobs as Ahmed is to remove the fears of death from you all. So you can't be controlled manipulated by the devil through fear.
You heard me, Moon?
Say it again.
We die every night and we wake back up.
Yeah, well, you dead to the world when you're dreaming, right?
Right. Mm-hmm.
But as long as your etheric cord is connected,
right,
your spirit is revitalizing the body.
It's going through dimensions.
The only way you can physically die is when they cut the cord. That's your lifeline, right?
Right. Right.
So that's the difference. There's a difference between sleep and death. In sleep,
correct,
the cord remains intact, and when you get through traveling, you slide back down the etheric cord and pop back into your head to reanimate the flesh, and you wake up in the morning. But in death, it's like birth. When they cut the umbilical cord, in death they cut the etheric cord, and you can't go back into the body any more than the infant can go back into the womb.
Ooh.
Right.
Sure. Oh, no.
Looney Tunes, Mona Lisa, Sweet Toy.
Well, Looney Tunes, wait a minute, Annie. You got to be clear. What you mean is Looney Tunes is not spelled the same way anymore.
Looney Tunes is not spelled anymore. The Mona Lisa picture is
Wait a minute, it's not spelled. You're running over things, son. You got to be clear. Slow down. You can't just say Looney Tunes. Looney Tunes is spelled different than it used to be. Spelled the way it used to be spelled.
One moment.
You see what I mean? Huh?
It wasn't like Looney. Something like that.
But now it's Tunes like tunes on them. It used to be Toons.
Oh, wow. Yeah. Oh.
You remember that Looney Tunes was like the word cartoons? It was Toons. Now it's Looney Tunes. Looney Tunes.
Like music.
Like music. Right.
The Mona Lisa picture, her smile is different.
That's right.
So how do we exist in time?
Well, time is an illusion, I told you. I can explain it to you, but time is an illusion. It's not real. Remember I told you...
What time are we in?
Wait a minute, slow down now. Hey, you have 2 ears, 2 eyes, and just 1 mouth. That means you're supposed to look and listen twice as much as you speak, son. Remember I told you today is Thursday. Listen to me. Today is Thursday. When you wake up tomorrow, it'll be Friday, right? But will you call it tomorrow when you wake up?
No.
No, when you wake up, you'll call it. What am I going to do today? Today, right? Every time tomorrow comes, it's still. Every time tomorrow comes, it's still today.
That's right.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So time is not past in a linear sense, like past, present, and future. The clock on the wall has a central pin, and like the planets revolve, like the moon revolves around the Earth, and it revolves on its own axis. The Earth spins on the axis, and the Earth revolves around the sun, and the galaxy revolves around the solar system. Solar system revolves around the universe, and the universe revolves around the central pin in the galaxy every 25,000 years. Time is just going around and around. It's not moving. It's standing still. It's just going around and around. It's not going anywhere.
Correct.
Just like on a DVD, when you put it in the player and you're watching the movie, right? So if the movie is almost over and somebody come in and they want to see the movie, you can reverse it, rewind it, and they can see the beginning again. Right? Or you can fast forward to the end, to the future. The same thing with time. It's not stationary. It's not a fact. Time is malleable. It's according to perception. You follow me? Like, to some of you people, time is going real fast. Your birthdays are jumping and you can't hardly keep track of them. You're forgetting how to fill out applications. You don't know who the president is. You have to look up and think about it. But remember this. If I take you to do your favorite activity, if you enjoy shooting pool or whatever you like to do, going to Tupperware parties or to movies, if you really enjoy what you're doing and I drop you off, you say, come back and pick me up in an hour. I'll come back in an hour, and you say, you back already? Look like you just dropped me off. When you're enjoying what you're doing, time flies when you're having fun. Do you understand? So if you say, look like you just dropped me off 10 minutes ago, well, actually, 10 minutes passed for you while a whole hour passed for the rest of the world. That's why a lot of people look young. That's why a lot of people look young, and a lot of people look a lot older than their age, because they're not having fun at the party. Okay?
Oh, wow.
Isn't that something?
That makes sense.
It does. Huh? You having reasonable fun, yeah. Mm.
It's taking people a long time to remember their age when you ask them nowadays.
Say it again.
That's true, too.
I've noticed when I ask people how old they are, they I know a lot nowadays. That's right. And before Trump was president, people couldn't remember who the president was or what year it is. When they fill out a form, they say, what year is it? And people have to look up at the sky and think for a minute. They had to think. Damn, it's 2026 already? Man, time is flying. That comes right out your mouth.
I experienced that 2 days ago.
Yeah. I mean, it was just 2025. It went away so fast, you can't believe it. You didn't get a chance. You didn't get a chance to get used to 2025 yet.
Sure haven't.
Yeah.
And 2026 is almost half. Is almost. I'm telling you, it's crazy.
Yep.
Amun.
Yes.
Is that because somewhere it's written that these days will be hastened for the sake of the righteous?
Exactly. And that means that, for example, Trump and all the horrible things he's doing, they're going to hurry and bring time to a screeching halt so that you all don't have to experience a lot of pain. These days will be hastened for the righteous. Right.
Thank goodness.
Right. Which is bad news for the devil because he's trying to extend this time. He's trying to come up with products to make you look young, and plastic surgery and implants and all kind of gimmicks to try. He's trying to make himself, he's trying to preserve life.
Daylight saving time, turn the clock back.
That's right, exactly. Daylight saving time, exactly. Which is a lie. They're not saving time. They're not changing times. They got control of people's minds. They got niggas changing clocks and watches.
Yep.
Ain't that something? Yeah.
Can I ask one more question? And is it seriously that Jesse Jackson died doing not Martin Luther King, we didn't celebrate that, but doing Black History Month?
Son?
why did Jesse Jackson die during Black History Month, and then he started the rainbow?
He did. He just did.
Oh.
Yeah, it was a coincidence.
No, I'm saying I'm out here in North Carolina, and ain't
okay, let me say this. Hanif, whenever you're born, there's a drop of liquid that marks the spot that you're born on, but people don't know there's a drop of... please. There's a drop of liquid that marks the spot that you leave this earth on. You make the separation on. The exact spot that you die on is marked already.
I'm just glad I'm here.
Well, we all for whatever reason,
I'm glad I'm here to hear this and listen.
That's right.
And
that's right. Because those of you
that... the phone again?
Please, son. Why are we talking the same? Why are you talking over me? You want to teach the class? I hope not.
I'm happy.
Okay. Well, okay, but
I'm using the phone.
Please, don't share your joy verbally and outwardly. Just have a methoulah and a smile inside, and learn. You done missed 1,000 classes. You really are. You really behind, son. So just be. I love you. Just be quiet and learn. Listen, and try to catch up. But don't assume because you lived with me years ago that you know what's happening now. Okay? A lot of things have changed. You follow me? And you come to class, three times a year, maybe. So you don't know what's happening. Don't think you do. All right. Now, who is that next question?
Oh, man. I have a simple question, and they say, no, go ahead. Go ahead.
Very good.
Go ahead, Sky. Go ahead.
No, please. I only ask a question.
Thank you. Sky, Amanda. What was your T-Fet? What is your question?
Okay, now, when you say our spirit cord gets cut, right?
Yes.
Sometimes I stay a little bit too literal, like someone actually cut it, or is that just a metaphor, or how would that work?
It's not a metaphor. It's not a metaphor. The elders cut your cord just like a doctor. They snip it.
Oh, wow.
You see, let me explain. In the spirit realm, you're vibrating on a much higher speed. So in heaven, you're pronounced dead 40 days before you actually physically die on earth. So what I'm saying is that there are people that you communicating with, walking and talking with, that are actually dead already, and they don't know it, and you don't either.
Oh.
Because they were pronounced dead in heaven 40 days before they actually died on earth.
Oh, wow.
I'm sorry. You okay?
Yeah.
You want to know that?
I mean,
I'm not trying to trouble. I don't want y'all to be worried about anything. I'm just saying.
No, I know you said it one time one of your classes, but I always thought you could actually cut it. I guess that does happen. So I'm just baffled. I don't know.
Well, the mystery is wonders to perform. The ways of the Most High are really mysterious. They really are to us, right?
So we see I guess they're when we see them after they're pretty much pronounced dead in the spiritual world. I mean,
yeah, you are dead in the spiritual realm, and they just wait 40 more days for it to just manifest on earth.
Okay.
I follow.
Okay,
I'm sorry.
Thank you. No, we need to know. So yeah. Thank you.
I'm glad you feel that way.
Yeah.
Okay, my question.
Very good. Your question
is you said previously that many are called but few are chosen. And I had a family member to ask me, why did Jesus marry a whore? Can you address that, please?
It was destiny. That was decided before the foundations of the pyramid were laid and before the stars were thrown across the sky. It was her destiny to be a disciple of Yahshua HaMashiach. But when you say she is a whore, that's just like if you ask people today who they are, and they'll say, well, I'm a nurse or I'm a fireman, right? And that's not who they are, that's what they do. A whore is not what she is. That's something that she was doing. But Jesus searched the reins of the heart, and he looked at what she was, who she was, rather, than what she was doing, okay?
Okay.
It was his nature so to do. Just like the woman that was caught in adultery. And the strangest thing to me is that they didn't stone the man that she was laying with, right?
Right.
Because he was married, and he was an adulterer too. But Jesus saw through that. So they put her out, they judged her and convicted her and said they were going to stone her to death, as was their law. They put her on a rock pile, and everybody in the village picked up rocks, including the little kids. And the disciples said, are you going to let this happen? He didn't say anything. He just squatted down in the dirt, and he started writing in the sand. Right? And then he stood up, and he said these words. He didn't stop them from stoning that woman. He said, let he who is among you without sin cast the first stone. And you could hear rocks dropping all through the valley. In other words, he pointed out to them that nobody there was sinless. Ooh. So if they were stoning sinners, they'd have to hit each other with rocks.
Ooh.
Ooh.
He didn't tell them, don't hit her. He said, let he who hears that is among you without sin, let him or her cast the first stone.
That's right.
Okay, so
niggas was dropping rocks everywhere.
So we can have individuals, or I could be one that is pursuing right knowledge or the doctrine on an intellectual level, but my heart isn't in it. So that's what they're going to see. That's what the Most High sees is my intent.
That's right. That's right. He going to see you if you're a part-time Charlie and you flirting with righteousness, or if you're really committed to it.
Okay.
If you flirting with it, it'll be a part-time gig, and you only come whenever you bored and don't have anything else to do.
Right.
But if you're serious and committed, we'll know the people that's always here. Right?
Sure.
They're dedicated. Yes.
Is it a fact that in this world, some of the most highly evolved spiritual beings are those who go through such traumatic lives?
Those are the ones that especially go through it. Especially.
You got that right.
To whom much is given, much is required, son. Take me, for example. Ever since I was an infant in the crib, my blue-eyed uncle was trying to crush me with a 25-pound sledgehammer in the crib. And my mother had to stick her head under the hammer to keep him from killing me. And it caused blood clots that eventually overcame her, and she died of cancer from that many years later.
So if you're a true leader, that's something that's in you when you come to this realm. That's not something that you go and take a course or certification for.
No, you can't learn to be a leader, a spiritual leader. You are that. You're a sign that you're a star child, and you were sent here. You weren't trained to be a leader. Real leaders are born.
Right. True.
Right.
Yeshua.
So you can't intellectualize that. You can't read enough books and this, that, and the other to learn to be a spiritual master. For example, the Most High separated them from mortals by giving them the ability to perform miracles. You follow me? That's why I say that those that are really with me, are moving stars and doing things like that, because it's the R-E awakening of the elite few. They were previously star people and prophets, and they forgot.
Thank you.
I love you.
That's all I have to say.
Yes.
We all thank you.
I love you.
Tua.
I was telling on today,
Thank you,
I love you all so much that I've become, you all are the only reasons why I'm still here.
Oh.
That's the truth. I'm here to successfully complete the duties of my mission.
Gratitude for that.
I love you, but everybody's not loving it. Everybody's not feeling it. He had a devil on Telegram named De Jour, and all he did was he was attacking me, asking questions all the time, and he never answered any, right? He was just a devil trying to create doubt in people about my mission, and when he got through with all that wicked evilness, he straight out said, "Now I'm leaving. I've done what I came to do." Just like any devil, that's right. He said, "I'm leaving now. I've already done what I came to do." And he took his whole site down.
I have a statement to make.
Yeah,
he'll block me. I have a statement to make. I have a statement.
Yes.
I have a statement to make.
Go ahead.
It's Mr. James.
Yes, sir.
I just wanted to come from. I just wanted to confirm some things you were saying yesterday. And in short term, I just want everybody to know that focus, attention is power. Wherever you give your focus, you give it power over you.
That's right. I'm just glad that you're here, Mr. James.
Oh, yes. I'm listening.
Now, do you have a King James Bible?
I have the King James Bible, but yes, sir.
Yeah, you do have one. Well, I mean, tell you something. The Bible
I have one.
Yeah. The Bible has changed with the dimensional shift, right?
Yeah. Yep, that's true. That's definitely true. You got so many different versions of it and everything else. No. Wait a minute, Mr. James. I don't mean like New World. What I'm saying is that if you had a Bible 30 years, that Bible is not the same Bible it was 30 years ago. The narrative change is what you're saying.
You hear what I'm saying?
Yes.
I'm going to say something right quick. I hate
Wait, no, don't say nothing, honey. Don't say nothing.
Oh.
I love you. But now it's 10:25. It's time to go outside. I love you, son, but don't confuse people. All right, it's time to perform some miracles. Now, what you can do, Hanif, is step outside and tell me what you see in the sky. All of you need to do that. Let me see that.
I'm finna do this. I'm finna do this right now.
Yeah.
I know in 1960, if you told somebody...
Wait a minute, son, please.
Was black,
don't teach. Don't teach. Please don't teach. Don't try to teach. Just go outside and thank you.
It's cold. It's not cold in North Carolina.
I understand, son. I understand, son.
Here we go. Here we go. Let's do this.
What do you see in the sky, honey?
I got one moon and one star.
All right, that moon. Let's make that moon move to the left in the name of the Messiah, Amun-Rayay. Everybody should be watching it. It's moving to the left. You see it?
I need this.
Do you see it, son?
Correct.
Now raise up and move back to the right. Why don't you want to tell people what you see?
Okay, one moon, one star.
If you don't see it moving, just say you don't see it. Don't play with it.
I see it moving. I'm in so much
then you're not saying, honey, why
I'm
you working me so
right
hard?
now.
Stop it. Just stick to the, like Sergeant Pryor used to say, just the facts, ma'am, just the facts.
The facts are, I'm standing outside.
Wait a minute, son. Quit talking. Are you on drugs or something? Okay, we're going to make the moon, listen, we're going to make the moon go around clockwise in a circle. I hope Mr. James, you out there. Hey! I hope Mr. James, you out there watching it.
I'm in Winston-Salem, North Carolina.
That's good, but you need to be watching the... Man, Lord have mercy. Look, who's out watching the moon? Watch it turn clockwise in a circle.
I'm trying to see if it left the location it was out earlier. I'm trying to locate it out here now. See where it's at.
That you, Mr. James?
It feels so good out here.
It feels good?
Yeah, it's just so dark. It's so dark out here. I don't see nothing out here now. It was one out here earlier.
Oh, yeah? No clouds or nothing, huh?
Yeah, it's pretty much mass out here right now. You got a few stars out here. I see a little bit in the...
Wait a minute. Can you see a star?
Wait
a minute. Can you see a star?
Yeah, I can see the northern star.
All right,
yeah, I
then.
see the northern star.
Wait a minute. Look at the star. Now I'm going to make that star raise up. I'm going to make that star raise up in the name of Amun-Rayay.
I see it moving on the star.
Yeah, I love you. Thank you. Now I'm going to make it drop down in the name of Amun-Rayay.
Dropping down.
I love you.
It's going down fast.
All right, I'm going to make it move to the left. I'm going to make it move to the left of the name of the Messiah.
Moving left.
Going left. Yeah.
Now I'm going to make it go. Right. I'm going to make it go clockwise in a circle, Mr. James.
Going clockwise.
Oh, going clockwise.
It's going in a circle.
Hey. I'm looking too, and I'm seeing it too.
You see it?
Yep.
That's right. I love you. I love you. I love all of you for bearing witness to the truth. Now, what I want to do is we're going to go over the Mandela effect in the Bible next class on Sunday. So everybody bring their Bibles, because we're going to drive home the point that the Mandela effect is actually real, okay? And we're not going to quit until everybody knows it's a fact. These things are real. And if you remember back just 20 years ago, these things were not happening. You had a bunch of kids all over the place. You had supermarkets full of every product. The shelves were busting with products that are not there anymore. There wasn't no chained up businesses and vacant houses. There was a lot more stars in the sky. All of a sudden, there's a new heaven and a new earth coming in. Vesica Pisces, like O'Danny said. Vesica Pisces.
This call is no longer being recorded.
The world has split in two. The people in the spiritual reality that's ascending to heaven are going up in the new world, the new heaven and the new earth, and all of us are being left behind in the old physical world. That's the danger. I love you all. Meteor Affinity. Amun-Rayay. Asa, servant to the 144,000. Peace.